Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode here with me, Pink Girl Teaches. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me on this journey of self discovery, of learning, of leaving these toxic relationships behind, and getting to the core of why we end up in a toxic relationship in the first place, as well as giving you tips on how to heal, recover, and thrive. As you can see from the title of today's video, I am going to be talking about not letting the narcissist fool you. Like, listen, do not let the narcissist fool you. You have to remember one thing about the narcissist is everything is an illusion. Everything from the beginning of the relationship, yeah, even that is a lie. It's fake. We know that they seek out prey. So it's not that they chose you for any of your wonderful qualities, but they chose you for what they can get out of you. At the core of it is the four A's: attention, affection, admiration, and adoration. How could I forget the four A's? Those four A's, right? So that's what it's about, and that's why they selected you to see how much narcissistic supply that they could derive from you. So now, once the discard happens, and it doesn't matter how it happens, whether they discarded you or you discarded them, it doesn't matter. The end of it has happened. And depending on what happens and how that played out, as well as the type of source of supply that you were to the narcissist, and um, also depending on what kind of supply they have at the current time, a few things are going to happen, because the narcissist is going to try to get your attention. We know that they are going to hoover you. We know that there's going to be a smear campaign, and we know that you need a tough skin, or you need tough skin to get through this, and you can. I'm a witness. So here, um, once the discard happens and they do have a new source of supply, their job or one of their objectives is to make you aware of that. Now, this happens for a few reasons. One of them being that they just want to make you they want to make you feel jealous. They want to mess with your mind, because for most part, they know that, they've been future faking for so long. And so you feel some type of way. You may be seeking closure. And that's the thing with closure. It's the gift that you give yourself. And this is not just with the narcissist, but with any relationship. Closure truly is a gift that you give yourself. You get to a point where you make peace with what happened and what didn't happen. And you realize who you are, and your value is not determined on how another person perceives you or your relationship status. And so so they're going to try to mess with you because of that. And during this period, they also have the new supply sitting back, being love bombed and being lied to about who you were and the role that you played. The narcissist is going to tell them what a terrible, evil person that you were, even though you may have been the sweetest thing ever. Maybe you were even the best thing next to sliced bread. But that's not the narrative they're going to tell. Remember, they are always the victim. They are professional victims. And so, depending on the type of source that they picked, they'll use that source to play games with you. They'll use that source to mess with your mind. And that's where the source comes in. Sometimes they can manipulate that source to come out and triangulate you. And it's important that you have your boundaries, and that your boundaries are solid when you come out of that relationship. That means, like, listen, slow down with trying to see what they're doing on social media. They ain't doing nothing but future faking. They are doing nothing but giving off the illusion that they're living their best life, and that everything is going well, and that who needs you. That's what they're going to be doing. So they're going to try to find a way to make it known that, hey, I'm doing good without you. And that is, and they do that because, listen, they've been future faking, or they were future faking. They were promising you the world, and they can't even cash that check at all. And so they want to now show off a life that they're giving, or, the illusion of the life that they're giving the new source, because they don't have the ability to do these things like long term. They lack object constancy. So they're going to give off that illusion just so they can mess with you. So it will look like they're giving this person everything that they did with you and more. And it will look like they've set things up so that this person can have the life that they promised you. But this is all part of punishment towards you. This has got absolutely nothing to do with the old I mean, with the source of supply. Sister's getting tongue tied. It has nothing to do with a new source of supply. It's about punishment to you, as well. It's training the source of supply. It's showing them that, look, I was with him, I was with her, and now I'm with you, and I think that you're much better. It's a mind game. It's a mind game. We know that this is all psychological abuse, and I mean, to say it's insidious, I've said that so many times, and I could say it over and over again, but it never does it enough justice. They set the bar. They set the bar with the future faking, and they enjoy doing this. They enjoy punishing you. They enjoy, adding drama to the situation. And that's why you have to mind your business. Like, mind your business, drink your water. This is all about escalating the drama between you. And they're going to show off, they're going to act like everything is well. But if everything is so well, if everything is going so good, why don't this is where we need to sit back and ask ourselves that question. If everything is so good, everything is so well, why do you have to announce it? Not everything needs to be announced, and you have to be solid in your resolution to move on. You have to be solid in your I don't care. Once you fall back, let them think that you're dead. Just don't respond. One of the things that makes that difficult is that when we do go no contact, and when we do remain silent and continue to deny them access, it makes it seem like we don't care. And hello, who has time to care about a whole fake thing? Like, listen, we're living real life here, okay? We're dealing with real things, and who has time for these games? And so, it kind of makes them feel devalued, and it makes them feel insignificant because you're not giving them the attention. And that's one of the 4 A's. You're denying them attention. And so they're going to do anything, because let's face it, a narcissist wants positive, negative reinforcement, whatever they can do to get your attention, but don't give it to them. So when the smear campaign goes on, and they start talking to people about you, or spreading rumors about you, even if it affects your business, this is stand firm in knowing who you are. Stand firm in your I'm not going to be bothered, and just keep on moving. Cut off who you need to cut off, so that you can totally be free of that noise. And I don't know how long it will go for. Like, it's been a while, and it still goes on for me. It's been a while, but you've got to be unfazed about it. Like, sometimes I do feel like, okay, so how much longer are we going to go through this? Like, you've moved on, I've moved on. We're both doing life, and it's been several moons that have passed. Why? But this is part of what it is. Sometimes what they'll also do is they'll intentionally target somebody who's so different from you. So that will make you feel like, oh, so, and this is a problem where women like to compare themselves with other women. Like, oh, I'm so much better than her, or I'm prettier than her. My body is better than her. I'm finer than her. I'm more educated than her. All of those things, those are things that will play on people's minds. So it may alter how they're seeing themselves, or what they're thinking. So it'll just, it's just to shift your focus. It's to make you feel a little insecure, and to confuse you, to shock you, to hurt you, to cause you to question yourself. And guess what? If you do all these things, or if they know that you do have low self-esteem, low confidence, low self-confidence, they're going to enjoy it. They're going to love it, because that's exactly what they want. They want to see you struggling with yourself. They want to see, your self-esteem compromised, because that feeds them. And so that's why they'll do things like the triangulation. It's deliberate. So don't look at their social media. Mind your business. Fall back hard. And, just remember that this is part of the love bombing stage that they're doing with the victim. They're telling the victim everything that they think they need to hear, or they're telling them everything negative and terrible about you so that they can feel more secure in the relationship. Because what do we do in relationships? We exchange information, we share about our past, we share about our encounters and our insecurities. And so it kind of may seem like a bonding experience, but that's all lies and trash. We know that they're incapable of that, and it's all deliberate to set the next person up, to set the new source of supply up for failure. Because here they are feeling confident, feeling like, you know what, he opened up to me, oh, she opened up to me, I will never be those things to them. It's programming them. So just be careful with that, you know. Don't fall for the games, don't fall for the bull. Stand firm in knowing who you are, and just tune out the noise. You've got to now reinforce, reestablish your boundaries, and continue to do the work in self love. It's a self love deficit that gets you in that relationship in the first place. And so instead of being so focused on following their Instagram, why don't you search up the hashtag self love and begin to research those things and look at people who are talking about those things? Why don't you get active in these communities that are sharing information on overcoming this type of abuse? Why don't you engage yourself with your circle that knows you, that loves you, that supports you? Because you have to change the way that you see yourself so that you don't fall victim for this again. You know, it's a difficult thing to go through once. I couldn't imagine going through it back to back to back, simply because we don't take the time to self-reflect. At some point we do have to take on the responsibility of healing our inner self, of healing our inner child, so that we can do the work once and for all and begin to encounter experiences that we truly deserve, and that we, you know, that we deserve, that we should have in our lives. So that's all I wanted to share with you. Don't fall for the games that they're giving you. That's all lies, trash, and garbage. You're much better than that, and you are better than them, and you just change the way that you think and keep yourself busy doing the right thing, growing yourself, engaging with your family, and building up your community, getting involved in activities that you love. Sometimes it means like just discovering yourself again. And so that's all I really wanted to come up on here and talk to you about. But until next time, take care of yourself, and love each other.